We're now going to talk about patterns, and we're going to start with codependency. Codependency is when you prioritize the needs of someone else over you. Your mood, your sense of peace, your sense of being okay is dependent on how this person acts and behaves. In a sense, you almost forget where you end and where they begin. It's all this blurry mess. And you might have a tendency to merge with your partner, and you might have a tendency to deprioritize all of your needs to make sure that their needs are met. And then you might get resentful or angry that they end up depending on you or needing you, even though you were responsible for enabling them and putting them in this position in the first place. Remember what we talked about? Emotional addiction. There are 4 main themes in codependent behaviors. Number 1, self-sacrifice. Number 2, a focus on other people. Number 3, a need for control. And number 4, a difficulty recognizing and expressing emotions. I'm going to list out different types of codependent behaviors and indicators, and I'd like you to answer yes or no. You can write this in your journal, or you can just sit back and see what resonates. All right, let's go. I feel a deep-seated need for approval from others. My self-worth depends on what others think about me. I have a habit of taking on more work than I can realistically handle, whether this is in the workplace or the household. And I do this to earn praise, to lighten the person I love, their burden, or to get validation. I have a tendency to apologize or to take blame on just to keep the peace. I have a pattern of avoiding conflict. I have a tendency to minimize or ignore my own desires. I have excessive concern about my partner's habits or behaviors. I have a habit of making decisions for others or trying to manage my loved ones. My mood reflects how other people feel rather than my own emotions. I feel guilt or anxiety when I do something for myself. I tend to do things I don't really want to do just so I can make others happy, even if they didn't ask me to do the thing. I idealize partners or other loved ones, often to the point where relationships leave me super exhausted and unfulfilled. I have overwhelming fears of rejection or abandonment. All right, what did you find? If you notice that you had 3 or more yeses to those statements, chances are you might have some codependent behaviors. And that's okay. We're gonna learn different ways on how to create a more healthy balance. Now, I wanna note, having dependency on other people is totally normal. In fact, this is how we're relational. I depend on you, you depend on me. There's this balance and flow of support. The problem is when this becomes off balance, when suddenly they are depending on you a lot, and you're not getting anything in return. And what you end up doing is shoving down your needs, your boundaries, your values, your preferences, your desires, just so that you can please someone else. This is when it goes from interdependency, a healthy balance of dependency, to codependency. So what can you do about it? Thank you for watching my video. This was part of the bigger Breakup Bootcamp Masterclass, where you can learn all the different tools and research-backed tips on how to heal your heart. You can click on the link below to take the masterclass, or if you want to book me for a private session, you can book me for a call.